21st night of September. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Overwatch Tranquility's Week 8 feature match. It is a night to remember, the 21st night of September. And we've got a great game today between the Minty, Hippos, and the Holy Jalapenos. I've got my friend here, Booth. Say hi, Booth.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
And like I said before, we've got a great game between these two, and I want to jump right into it. And I want to talk about two players on the Holy Jalapenos, Johnny Rocket and Mallard. Obviously, Johnny Rocket's Doomfist is crazy when it comes to the Harmony tier. How do you think the Minty Hippos could remedy that?
Well, I think it's just really difficult into this. A lot of the times we used to always go with McCree just to get that flashbang in against these Doomfists, but Hitscan just not being strong in this double shield meta, it's really been a challenge for a lot of teams. I know we're having trouble with it too. So but maybe just run a Reaper. That seems to be pretty good against this anti-dive here. They've definitely got a lot of work there for them to work through here.
And you mentioned hit scan being irrelevant, which it definitely is. And Mallard was recently voted some of the best hit scan. What do you think he could do against this meta?
Well, it seems to be hit scan now means you play Reaper for teams, but with a couple of maps we have here tonight, to have a little bit of open plane for here to Ilios, maybe on Ruins, you can see some Widow coming out. Maybe on Rialto, you see a lot of hit scans starting off as well. That could be pretty helpful for them.
And then we talking about the standings. These two teams are literally 9 and 10, almost equal. And if this match could take the team up to 5th, almost cutting their standings in half, how do you think that could affect their mentality?
I mean, both teams have really got to be wanting that there. I mean, getting about the halfway point now, these every single win is really going to start mattering about who's going to be getting some of these playoff spots. About fifth place there, that almost guarantees them that first round bye. So this is going to be a very, very heated match here between both teams.
And lastly, who do you think comes out on top here?
I mean, this is obviously going to be a great match. Both teams so close here in the standings, pretty equal records. No, maybe if I give it to Minty Hippos here, I think some of their players are a very strong team. They're going to get my vote.
Now, me personally, I'm gonna have to go with Holy Jalapenos. I played with BethCon on Solo Cup and loved her to death. She was a great off tank, and with Johnny Robot on that Doomfist, he's crazy. With this meta, killing a Doomfist is so much harder than it sounds. So having to deal with him with everybody else, I see Holy Jalapenos coming out on top.
Well, I think we're definitely going to end up seeing what's happened.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really close one.
All right, now we are almost ready to get started between these two wonderful teams. If we're only ready. All right, now who else could we really talk about here that could make an impact on this match?
I mean, some of these players we ended up seeing here in the 3v3 game tournament we had on Thursday. I know Show was there, and him on the DPS here could be pretty helpful on the side of Minty Hippos. Looking back over on the side of Holy Jalapenos, Torb Only is a very strong main tank player for them. Main tanks seem to really be dominating right now, running your Orisa and your Sigmas. That could definitely be very strong there for the Holy Jalapenos.
Our first map here is going to be Ilios. Now, we're seeing... Do you think we're going to see the Lucio come out on this with all the boot potential?
You have to. It's almost like a given on the map here. This is like his one map you have to play Lucio on. But also him being so strong here with Moira, you kind of expect him in most matches here anyway. But on Ilios, that's basically a given.
Yeah. It's crazy. A lot of what I've seen personally on this map isn't the Lucio, but the Pharmacy with the Moira as the main healer.
Yeah, this getting one direct hit there with a Ferret and throwing in an orb as your Moira sometimes just does enough little damage to really get someone through.
And if we're looking at each team, we don't see the Lucio on the side of Holy Jalapenos. We see the Baptiste, which isn't really. It is a main heal we can kind of see that can work great with the Moira. So obviously Holy Jalapenos are going to have that more healing, but Mitzi Hippo's going with that boop. So.
Exactly. Those environmental kills they're so strong, especially if you get to boop off one of the Roadhog or one of those big tanks. That's a lot of ult charge coming in there.
It's so good.
It's the best.
5, 4,
seems that both teams are going to have that immortality field as we get started right here on Ilios.
Yeah, that window too, comboing that with your Roadhog, that ultimate, that is deadly.
Especially those right clicks. If you get anywhere close to them, it is devastating. Now we're going to have Minty Hippos be the first ones to get on the point, but Holy Jalapenos are going to really counteract that. Both Roadhogs use their hook first. And right now it's just the shield. It's just the shield war. You see here that both the Doopas kind of having a 1v1. Each one has to back off. And right now it's still just the shield war. No Sigma on each team though, which is interesting. Which we usually see. Gonna have to Roadhog instead.
Maybe just pushing in for that extra shield break on each team there. Not either way is wrong, but you know, right there is a Roadhog coming in right away. Mallard getting picked off the map early on there for PS Shroom.
That's an optimal reason why you can bring that Roadhog. And already, they're going to bring out the Baptiste window. They're just going to push forward. That's just going to be
look at that. 2 hooks there for PS Shroom. That was a great job of that. Their Halt hooks, they're doing very strong. Minty Hippos tank combo really seems to be doing work in there. Really trying to put a lot of pressure on their team, kind of pushing the shield break. Their shields always seem to be rotating a little bit better, maybe having theirs up longer, which then they can kind of get aggressive with those Halt hooks, knowing they have a shield there waiting for them.
Now they're kind of backing off, knowing them they pushed them to spawn enough. They got a full team of 6, and they're just going to go back onto the point.
Look out here for a couple ults coming in early on here, but oh my goodness.
Ooh, but that is the main tank on both sides. And, oh, there's another one! Everybody's just falling the way. That was 4. I believe that was 4.
Is that 6 people in the well? We haven't even hit 50% yet?
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
The environmental kills are real on this map. But that beat is going to be dropped by Danger Cole. Baptiste Eye is going to come down with the bongos. And right now, Minty Hippos do get their main tank back, which is optimal for them.
They did lose the Roadhog there a little bit later in the fight, so they a lot of that shield break missing out here. But they are really holding the map here.
Danger Coleman's going to be caught out, but some Mallard really taken out by Show. And that Baptiste window comes out for Holy Jalapenos.
Holy Jalapenos have really extended this fight out here. They really wanted to get a cap here pretty early on. Already pushing up to 80%. This is really just being great here for the Minty Hippos.
We're going to go into 84 as they...
Oh!
That is massive for Minty Hippos as Mallard finds one, and who takes it at this point?
I don't know. There's picks happening each way.
Meteor Strike. Can the Meteor Strike find anybody? No, Johnny Robot's looking to stall. And the hook misses! That's not optimal for Minty Hippos, but Maxi finds Johnny Robot as people are coming back. And Tisha Coleman finds another one. That is massive for them. Lucio on the other side finds True. And Torb only gets another environmental on Quick.
This is insane. How many environmental kills can we get at one point?
Danger Coleman trying to get the boop on the Moira just misses. And it's just Danger Coleman on the point.
He's sitting there. He's hoping somebody walks in front of him for another boop there. But it looks like Holy Jalapenos are going to be able to come back in here. It's stall up again. That was a long
Oh my
there.
gosh.
Wow.
That really worked out for Minty Hippos, however, as they just need one fight to win.
They do, and look at the 3 ultimates online now. They do make 2 switches. Max here going over to the Ana and over to a Reaper now. But they do have the Whole Hog. They have their Lucio beat here, and they're coming up here on the just ultimate as well. With not really any ultimates left here on the side of Holy Jalapenos. So definitely their time here to be able to push in.
And a sleep goes out of the Mallard by Maxi, immediately able to find Mallard. And they're just going forward, and Torb only finds another environmental kill on Shroom. The beat is dropped, getting a massive amount of people. And these fights are all over the place for everybody. As Torb only finds Taftimus, and Needle finds Maxi, and this fight is just going in Holy Jalapenos' way.
Wow, they've done a really great job there, surviving 2 ultimates without really having to use any of their own yet. But these environmental kills just keep saving them, so it seems.
They're working with what they have. After that stall, they've had to work with the Sigma, the Tracer, the Ball, and they're making it work.
They are, and now they have 3 ultimates, almost 4 now of their own, and that With only 35% left for them to cap, you definitely have to like their chances there. That's a lot of ultimates they can stagger around.
They're gonna be in. Minty Hippos gonna be taking that left side, gonna be going around, trying to find somebody on the rock. Finds quick. Mallard going around for that sneaky pulse bomb. Can he find anybody? Does not. As 12 only finds Quick out. Is Quick gonna be taken advantage of?
Oh,
and
what a
there
combo!
It is.
What a combo!
Needle gets those environmental kills, which we've seen so much. Which Show is able to find Mallard, and Maxi. I stand corrected. Maxi is out for this fight as beat is dropped by Needle, and Shroom uses the whole hog as there's so many ults going on at each point. Sigma ult comes out, and it looks like this fight is going in Holy Jalapeno's way.
Torb only getting both the early pickoffs in those last two fights there with the ball, just massive. They did a great job there comboing the knockoff potential there with the Hammond, and then moving off there with the Tracer.
Coleman's actually able to find Mallard, which could turn this fight around as Captimus is nanoed. They just need a couple more picks to turn this fight around.
Ooh, losing Johnny Robot's definitely gonna hurt though.
Each have almost an equal amount on the point. At Shroom, I can't tell if that's an environmental kill on Torb only. I sure hope it's not.
Just added to the tally of all the other ones that have happened.
Put the counter on the screen. Captimus is just in the enemy team as he is holding that left click, but he gets that he gets the life suck from the opposition.
I don't think there's been a 6v6 fight on point here for I don't know how many seconds straight. Each team keeps coming in one-on-one, but getting a pick, dying, getting another pick, and keep bouncing back and forth with it.
There's still a stall going out, but it looks like Minty Hippos, it's in their favor right now. But it's not over yet, as Neo finds Maxi, which is the main heal. That's huge. And he finds Torb only finds every time you think it's going one way, it just goes the other way. Right back. And right now, Minty Hippos have 3 on the point, 2 on the point. Diva is Z-Mech, and Taftimus gets nothing with that. What went wrong for Minty Hippos there? They had almost 6 on the point. Jalapenos had almost 2, 3. What went wrong?
I think just every now and then 1 or 2 major picks are happening at the start of a fight. Torb only did a really good job on the Hammond there, just displacing the main tank there on the side of Minty Hippos. But maybe just other team didn't stagger their ultimates properly there, but it seemed like every team was able to cycle through at least 2 ultimates in that last 99-99 battle there. So that's honestly about as close as they come.
Someone might want to put a timer on that last fight. I don't even know how long it took. And our producer telling us it took 2.5 minutes. That's insane.
There's sometimes maps go for 2.5 minutes, let alone just the point.
We're actually seeing. I think it's a new hero. It's called Reinhardt. I've never actually seen this play before.
What hero is Reinhardt?
Yeah, I don't know. Right out of the bat, Show takes out Borg with a punch, but Johnny Robot's able to trade Show. We're back to the environmental kills. Did you think they would go away?
You couldn't have thought. There's no way.
Quick finds himself off the map.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. It's
Someone
insane.
needs to just take this man and put him on Zen or something.
Yeah.
What can you can't let this man play Lucio.
But each of the trades able to go out, but Minty Hippos find themselves on the winning side of that fight.
They do, not really many ultimates coming up either way yet. With the Bork going down early though on the side of Holy Jalapenos, they will have the Coalescence earlier on the other side here. So that could be a little deciding factor here early on. But besides that, might be just an early fight here, pick-based again, which right away, a pick there from Johnny Robot.
And Captainus is going to Wraith out, try and get away, and does not as Mallard finds him out. As Holy Jalapenos are going to go forward, but Quick is just in the back line. Is how close is he to dying? Still alive, and finally is taken down, but at what expense to Holy Jalapenos?
Yeah, Holy Jalapenos split a lot there. Some people went to point, tried to fight off, and others chased back into the other spawn there. But getting split there, this might be the end of their fight.
Ooh, and this charge able to find Shroom, as Holy Jalapenos really are using their ults to gain advantage in this fight.
Yeah, they're doing a really great job now. They're staggering that out. ended up finally taking out the side of Minty Hippos. Minty Hippos will have ultimates coming into this next fight here, but also some ultimates here on the line for the side of Holy Jalapenos. That sound barrier could be massive should the Graviton Surge is going to be coming out.
And the Graviton Surge, Danger Coleman just used the sound barrier. So it seems that Chimanzi possibly just might have a free Graviton. Mallard's going to be 1v1 in Taftness as he's going to wraith out. And Johnny Robot's going to try to find somebody backline and does not escape with his life as Shroom finds him. As ultimates are being traded on both sides, the Grab does find 3, but it seems that Holy Jalapenos aren't going to be able to find anybody as Taftness does the deadly Beyblade and is able to find 2 with it.
Yeah, great job there. They didn't even have to use their Graviton Surge in that fight, so they have that waiting for them. And there still is the beat drop there on the side of Holy Jalapenos, but that's a lot of damage to have to get through there with the Reaper, with the Reinhardt possibly building up a Shatter, just swinging in. It's got to get a really good beat here for the middle of this fight. With the Mallard having his ultimate as well, that could be pretty big.
The grab and beat drop both come out with the more coalescence on the side of New York. And Holy Jalapenos are gonna push forward with Mallard taking out Taftness, as Doofus seems to be 1v1ing in the back. And
watch Quick though.
2 on each side taken down.
Quick's about to get that Earth Shatter though. Watch out here, might be able to throw this. No enemy Reinhardt here to block this.
How much can Quick get? He seems to be going forward for it, and he finds 2. That could be huge. And they just seem preoccupied, and no one's gonna be able to touch.
Yeah, great job there. That Reinhardt dying early was very unfortunate for the side of Holy Jalapenos, just setting it up for the opposing Reinhardt to come right in and shatter their whole team.
Right now, it seems that a lot of the back line's really killing Holy Jalapenos a bit. Like Taftness and Show, such a major disruption.
Yeah, Show is just going straight in there on that Doomfist, just causing so much disruption. Maybe preoccupying the healers then a little bit, and they're not able to help support their main tanks as much. But this has been a very closely contested first point there.
We might actually see the Sigma come out. We did see Sigma first point, but it was more of a. It worked with the. We're actually. Oh, this is actually the comp that Holy Jalapenos won first point with.
Yeah, not necessarily seeing the Mallard on the long-range hit scam as we were expecting, but on Tracer, that's a very good pick here. Going with the ball and with the Doomfist, that's a lot of diving damage there.
Torb only is able to find so much ult charge in that, almost half of his ult.
He's really showing off here on this ball today so far. I'm gonna try almost 65% already now, and his placement on the other team can't be overstated.
He's able to find Quick. That's their main tank gone. And he has his ult already in this fight, as Maxi is traded out with a deadly punch by Chimanzi. Seems though that the target focus really, for at least this fight, is there for Holy Jalapenos.
Yeah, Johnny Robot doing a great job there at the end, getting 2 picks, and Ultimate's already going to be online here for the side of Holy Jalapenos. They're going to have the Pulse Bomb, they're going to have the Coalescence, and with the Mines here, it's going to be very hard for Minty Hippos to push through here, with really only the Sound Barrier coming up soon in their own Coalescence.
But we do see with the Wrecking Ball, Minty Hippos are lacking one big thing that counters Wrecking Ball, and that's a CC.
Exactly.
They don't have the McCree, the May, they don't have anything, and Minty Hippos are just subject to Torb Only's massive reign as this ball. Captain is going to find Johnny Robot as the Minefield comes out from Torb Only's event. But 3 down on the side of Holy Jalapenos, and right now it just seems that Torb Only is going to try his best to stall with not much avail as he is immediately taken down.
They did a really good job there. They used both of their support ultimates, but they were able to live through the mines and they were able to evade the Pulse Bomb there. So now, 4 major ultimates about to be online here for them. They have the Space Jam coming up here soon, the Reaper ultimate, they hopefully can charge through here quick, and if Quick can get up an Earth Shatter here pretty early, there isn't a shield really besides that Sigma, if you can maybe...
And Chimanzi pulling out the Sigma, but with no Lucio. Doomfist, Ryan, both can be thrown up, and Johnny Robot, Nano, finds Quick, and Taffin is gonna try to get on the healers, and can he find the auto? The Mallard, wonderful shot on Taftimus as he saves Needle's life, and he's able to find Danger Coleman on the way back.
Yeah, there's a reason why Widow's pretty good here on Roof. Those sight lines so strong for her. And getting 2 there at the end, showing again why he was ranked there as one of the best hit scans in our Harmony tier.
And there's really not much to counter Mallard's Widow. The best you can do is probably either the Lucio or the Reaper. And that takes so much away from the fight.
Yeah, maybe they're just going to be trying to just push in here with their 5 ultimates, kind of evade the Widow a little bit, try to run in through the rest of their team. They have the ultimates to do it here early on, but Mallard already getting the pick early on.
They're just be going in, and Mallard finds 2. Both the DPS, they have almost no damage for this.
Oh,
and he's
my
able
goodness.
to fight quick. Oh.
It doesn't matter how many ultimates you have when you can get 4
Oh
picks in a row. Wow.
This is insane. Clip it, chat. Clip it. Put it in the montage.
It doesn't matter if you even have 6 ultimates. If you're going to lose 4 people that early in a fight, my goodness.
And they're just terrified of this Widow's. Sight's gonna be Quick's gonna have to immediately go into point. Punched in the face by Johnny Robot. Mallard's able to find another head onto show. And it's just panic time. Tap is gonna be pulling out the Death Blossom. But nothing much comes of it. And now only Maxi left on point as he's taken down by Needle. Great showing by Mallard and a great pick coming out there.
Yeah, Holy Jalapenos did an amazing job there at the end. They were anticipating all those ultimates to come up, but they did such a great job getting those picks early on that they weren't even able to use the ultimates against them. They had 6 ults there going into that last fight, and able still to come away with the W. Great job there from Holy Jalapenos.
Okay, I'd like to talk about something. If your Widow gets a 4K, and your Moira gets play of the game with literally 0 kills, Blizzard, what are you doing?
They're just trying to enforce the meta at an even play the game basis.
Ah. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Really stealing the thunder from Mallard. Obviously not to take away from Bork's Moira, but come on. Come on.
Hey, one thing we'll at least give him is he was able to out-heal the Reaper ultimate there at the end. That Death Blossom did pump out a lot of damage, but hey, 4K is a 4K.
Oh, yeah. Coalescence just gives so much healing, and you can get it so fast. That's one of the reasons why Moira's really meta right now.
Yeah. Just being able to heal through all those shields here. And map 2 here is going to be Hanamura for us. Definitely see a lot of Sigma play here. A lot more of that double shield, a lot of Symmetra as well.
Ah, don't get me started on Symmetra. That infinite teleporter, especially when you're going to point, when you're bringing in staggers, it's another reason why she's meta. And I hate Blizzard for bringing it in.
Luckily, Invictus was already a Symmetra team before the buff coming through, so we were ready for it at least.
I think, could we see another Widow from Mallard?
You know, sometimes you see that there on the attack, sometimes on the defense. I mean, he was getting so many picks with that. We weren't seeing really any double shield coming out on the side of Holy Jalapenos, so that gives him a little bit of an advantage here. So possibly.
Who on Minty Hippos, if Mallard goes at Widow, really could have the best advantage of taking out Mallard through Widow or other means?
Yeah, you normally want to see another Widow going there. It's really hard to run dive right now, especially like as much as I like playing Winston Diva, it just doesn't really seem to be the pick anymore. So maybe run into hit scan of their own, something disruptive. Maybe even trying to have their Doomfist try to focus down the Widow a little bit. Sometimes that can be efficient. But with someone that dominant like Mallard, you maybe just even need to have someone on Widow just so he can't hold those open sight lines. Even just if you're not even getting the picks onto him, having someone there just to push him away a little bit, make him second guess every time he jumps out in the open could be massive for him.
This map is much better for countering Widow. It's got, while it is still open, it's still got those closed hallways that you can take advantage of.
Yeah, especially if they pick Symmetra there, they can kind of just TP into some of these side rooms and really just take away the whole advantage you get from Widow anyway.
It almost negates the Widow entirely. But right now we're not seeing the Widow on defense as we are seeing the Ashe from Johnny Robot.
I do like Ashe, especially with a lot of these teams running maybe sometimes more of a bunker comp there on the offense. That Dynamite, you cannot underestimate how much damage that does. When you're running that double shield, that's one of the best ways to get damage through on the other side. and maybe that's what they're expecting here. I do like the Mei pick as well. Mei is always strong on Hanamura attack or defense, but this first point, walling off that choke and forcing them either just to wait through it or push through the top, it can be very strong for them.
Mei is never not going to be meta on Hanamura just because of that one singular door that Blizzard decided was the great idea.
It's Mei's door. We should just call it that for her because it's never not going to be hers.
What's really interesting is we're seeing a Winston Zarya.
Is this season 2, season 3 dive? That's weird.
There's a Zarya with a Winston. I've never seen this kind of tank combo, but Anti is going to be coming out, but that I-field's just going to save him so much.
I do like the pick there on the pharmacy. Sometimes you don't really expect that there on the defense. It's really going to be on Johnny Robot here to put a lot of damage on them there as Ashe.
And as Quick goes down, Kraus is really just out somehow trying to survive as 2 picks go either way. However, Dallas Shower is gonna survive this. He's trying to survive so he can provide his team with the heals, and Minty Hippos, with that spawn advantage, seem to have the advantage in this fight.
Yeah, Quick did a really good job there, just kind of displacing the side of Holy Jalapenos and really focusing their attention. It gave Taptimus a lot of space to push forward, and then if you have Shroom just building up the ult charge there, up to 84% already, he's going to have a Graviton here pretty early on, and that's going to be very big for them pushing the second point. They're going to have a lot of ultimates up for him.
That's scary numbers if you're Holy Jalapenos. Almost everybody's in the 80s. And you do not want that with only a Moira Coalescence to help you.
Not at all. That Graviton will be massive for them there. Looking at the Nano Boost as well, maybe because they built it up so early here, throwing it onto Quick could be pretty smart to try to get a lot of damage in early on.
Quick gonna jump in. He is gonna have the Primal Rage, but he's gonna find out as the fight is just on the point. Zarya's Nano Coalescence coming out. Are we gonna see the grab come out? As Shroom is getting deadly low, and he's taken out, but Maxi finds Meebles. And that res is gonna find Shroom.
Well, that's a massive res there. That ultimate can really be the deciding factor for him.
And Johnny Robot's able to find Taptimus. There's no res available, as Holy Jalapenos do have the spawn advantage with that. I-field's taken out. Genji pulls at the Nano Blade, finds one. Can he find another? As the little Spade is gone. This Blizzard has to be massive. Finds one, finds Shroom. Is Shroom gonna be taken out? And he is. This fight goes the Holy Jalapenos way as the Bob is pushed out.
Yeah, maybe a questionable Bob there out from Johnny Robot. The fight already seemed to be won. Maybe you'll be switching here, but you know, when you're on defense there, a lot of the times, if you just throw out ult because you want to make sure your team's able to hold through it, but looks like no switches coming over yet. They're gonna go double hit scan here though. Maybe thinking that the fire is a lot of the issue here for him. And the tank's way far forward here. Shimanzi getting picked off very early on.
And that's a massive mistake on the side. He is going to be able to spawn in, but more on the side of who's going to die first as Klaus finds Malor and Klaus finds Torb only again. As
his Hammond Mine's up on the high ground as well, so no point protection here for them left. And Taptimus is just going to open up onto the Holy Jalapenos.
And right now, and that Genji's Nano Torb only's in the grab, no one can get on point. It's just all fell apart.
Yeah, it's a little questionable in some of the positioning early on there for Holy Jalapenos. Maybe just giving up a little bit too much of their point. Some ultimates maybe not used in the best place for him. But you got to give credit there on the side of Minty Hippos. Doing a really good job of taking advantage of that and pushing in, not using too many of their ultimates at once, comboing very well, using their reses effectively. They did a great job there on that second point attack.
Shimanzi was trying to find that Ana. But Ana's got 2 little things that severely counter a Roadhog. Sleep and an anti-nade. Big no-nos if you're a Roadhog.
No, don't remind me. It makes me sad whenever I play Roadhog. Just know you're just a battery sitting there for that Ana.
Yeah. If you're taking that... What do you... Take a breather? You're drinking your... I don't even... What is
I don't want to... Yeah, I don't really want to ask what it is either, but... the go-go juice or something. I don't know.
The go-go juice. It just really counters you if you're that.
At least you're able to move with it now. Back before that old buff, when you just stood there for like 4 seconds straight trying to eat up some damage, that was the worst feeling.
The glory days of Overwatch.
Back in my day.
Overwatch Classic when?
So we see Symmetras, it looks like, here on both sides now. I do like Symmetra defenses here. Sometimes it's tough of where you want to have your turret set up. Looks like they're going to be putting theirs maybe a little bit closer here. Maybe not expecting them to be running a Symmetra on the side of Holy Jalapenos as well. But we're going to have to see how much damage they can do to Claus's teleporter if they TP to point here.
And it really, I think the wall on Taptimus could be big here. It gets completely against teleporter's going out, and they're able to go through. Quick finds somebody, but is taken out as Klaus finds Weebles. Mallard able to find Quick, and Johnny Robot able both the tanks down by both the DPS, and it's just going on the way of Holy Jalapeno.
Wow, Maxi hit a massive anti-nade early on in the fight there, but despite that, Holy Jalapenos just rolled straight through them.
That teleporter with all those tanks coming through, just it's death ball. Oh, it's a death ball right there.
That is so hard to beat if you can't throw down a perfect wall through there or have a lot of burst damage just ready to go into them. And maybe they're going to be a little bit more prepared here and waiting for this to come through. But they're going to TP straight to point.
They're just going to get on in it as Coalescence is popped by Meeples, but Maxi able to find the anti on Meeples. Chamanzi finds Shroom, and tanks are finding. And the Shatter does find nobody, but that's really it's not needed as Taffin is really the only one on point. Trying to find somebody. This is just over. It's almost over already.
Oh, look at this lightning speed on this. They have to go. Claus does go to the Tracer though and is able to touch here a little bit. Respawns are coming in, but great job target focusing here.
Everything is here for them. The Reaper.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. 5 minutes and 29 seconds left there. That was a lightning fast attack for them.
If you doubted Holy Jalapenos defense, look at their attack. 530. That's Symmetra.
That's something. I was gonna say 3 minutes and 44 seconds over the side of Minty. Hippos was already fast take, but happy I didn't eat my own words there.
That's just insane. How do you think Minty Hippos could adapt to that Symmetra? Because they clearly were not ready for it that time.
No, they seem to have almost the right comp really picked out for that. Having that Mei is very smart there, trying to maybe wall off the teleporter coming in, but it doesn't seem like the Mei was maybe prepared for it. Just maybe saving that wall for the right usage there, maybe not throwing all of their Symmetra teleporters forward, keep a couple of them on point if they're going to expect the TP again. I've seen some teams go with Junkrat or really high damage just whenever the teleporter gets put down. But, I mean, they seem to have the right comp for it. I just don't know if they executed it the right way.
Mm-hmm. I was going to mention the Junkrat. Once the TP's put down, you put down your trap, someone's caught, and that someone they're dead.
Yeah.
They're dead immediately. We're going to see a pause come through here on the side of Holy Jalapenos, possibly a network error, probably not from strategy, as they just rolled through Minty Hippos.
Yes, they did.
That was a slaughter. I've never seen anything on that side, but we're going to get back into it.
Yeah, they do. Both really. It's almost like this is almost 0-0 right. So much time left for each team. I mean, obviously, better time back here on the side of Holy Jalapenos, but so much time left here. I have a feeling this one isn't just going to be a 3-2. This one might be pushing into 5-6, 6-6, something like that. I have a feeling we're going to be casting this one for a few minutes.
Yeah, Booth, you can relate our Hanamura game.
Oh, no.
went like 20 minutes and ended in a draw because of course it did.
Thing. For those that weren't watching the Invictus vs Sugar Rush game, I'm pretty sure we went, I think 6-6 at least?
6-6 and ended in a draw.
Ah, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we don't see that over on this side. Maybe we can see this one wrapped up here a little earlier on, but again, with both those time banks, not look like it's going to be in our favor for that.
Mm-hmm. And Minty Hippos are going to come out with that Pharah, Genji, Winston, Zarya, which is really an unconventional comp, but it seemed to work out for them that time.
It did. It looks like Jalapenos are going to be holding on point here. Maybe just trying to block some of the sight lines there for the Pharah. Definitely not a bad choice at all. It's going to be hard for that Zarya to get too much energy build up after this, but it's really going to have to force them to come to them on point here, which the dive could be strong against, but if they're able to block those sight lines from Taptimus, that could be definitely working in their favor.
Johnny Robot finds Taftimus. That's not supposed to happen. Pharaoh's supposed to be air. Dude is supposed to be ground.
And then the Mallard also getting an early pick there as well, and just great job there on their part. That Johnny Robot though getting that early pick. I'm sure Taftimus wasn't expecting a Doomfist to be waiting up there for him.
Definitely not, as they're just gonna have to back up, and Klaus gonna go onto that Widow, preferably. Maybe find out that Ashe, perhaps. But
And switching a few times over to the Reaper and back again. Looks like Taftimus gonna go over to the Reaper now. Definitely not conventional. Still running that Zarya there with the Winston, but a lot of sightlines open for Klaus here. Not double shield on the side of the Jalapenos, though. Being able to get one pick will be massive for them.
They're just gonna have a brawl on the point as Mallard's gonna click the head of Maxi and burns Dalashomer alive with dynamite. As now they're just gonna have to finish the fight, try to find somebody they can just to stagger them out, and they do find Taftimus. And can they find anybody else? Chimanzi, they're just going forward.
He's still going for it. He gets it.
Finds 3.
Wow, and then now Jalapenos looking very strong here now. 4 ultimates about to be online here for them. They have Bob. They're about to have the Reinhardt Shatter as well. And with Quick switching over now to the Wrecking Ball, no shield really here to protect them. A big Shatter here could open them completely up.
They're still staying more with the dive tanks, even though they're really not dive-oriented DPS. You do have the Moira, but other than that, nothing much. Johnny Robot's just go into the back line, try to find something as he's taken out.
Wow, using the Nano Boost there on the Taftimus as well. He was able to push in, but really being able to get much done with it.
And Coalescence by Shomer as the Shatter goes onto the ball and Zarya, but they're just gonna survive. That Coalescence is just providing so much healing. And
my goodness, PS Room is just melting through their team. Throwing out the grab early here too, catching 2.
Oh, Meebles able to find Dalashomer as he drops the beat as well. And right now it's just Taftimus and Quick on the point as Taftimus is taken down.
Oh, there's that Widow again.
You thought you could survive.
Maybe a flex ultimate there? I'm gonna guess that was a mixed click. An NA grab.
Yes,
yeah.
NA grab.
But besides that, Jalapenos, no point progress given up there, eating through all the ultimates on the side of Mini Hippos. But that's an early pick there from Klaus, taking out Mallard at the beginning of that fight.
There goes a lot of your damage if you're Holy Jalapenos. As now Quick is just really doing spin to win as Klaus finds another head of Johnny Robot that time. The Shatter goes down, finds 2, both tanks. Taftimus going around, balls going out. And right now it just seems that Minty was finally able to go on to the point, capitalize in overtime.
Having to invest most of their ultimates there, but you need to win that fight, and you got to get the second point here, especially with Holy Jalapenos having 5.5 minutes. Getting that first point for them gives them at least a chance for a draw, if not to cap the second point early here. But really, just the Coalescence going to be here for them. They will have the sight lines, maybe a little bit of early info for them, maybe trying to find where Johnny Robot's going to be hiding for them. But also not too many ultimates really on the side of Jalapenos as well. This is just going to come down to whoever get these first picks quickest.
And he's just denied access to the point. As right now,
he shall not pass.
Taking out these both Coalescences on the sides pop. Gonna try to find something. As right now, 2-on-2, 2 teams both have taken 2 out. The spawns could help Holy Jalapenos in this particular fight.
Torb only doing a great job there, killing 3 this fight and just cleaning up for his team, charging through a couple of the members there on Minty Hippos. Very good job there from Jalapenos. Their target focus seemed great. They did a really good job also taking some of the high ground presence early on and really kind of splitting up Minty Hippos when they pushed in there.
Now I need 5 minutes and 30 seconds to point to tank a... What do you call that? It's a point and a half? I guess point and a third?
Yeah, point and a third. Yeah, I guess I've never really thought about how I'd say it, but point and a third.
I don't know.
Point and a tick. something like
Yeah, there
that.
you go. Point and a tick. That's
Yeah, those are the comp words right there. But
because
you
when you throw
gotta,
the yeah.
yeah, you gotta like Jalapenos' chances. That's a lot of time. That's enough time to mess up 3 or 4 times in a row and still have a massive time bank to push through on the point B.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Minty Hippos not really mess up as to have their attacks not succeed, and
Yeah, that's
they still
better.
got the point. And
Yeah,
I
they did
mean,
a good job. That's a lot of time for ultimates to build up for the side of Jalapenos as well.
we are going to see the Bastion come out. First time we've
Yes.
actually seen that come out this match.
Good. There should be a Bastion on every match. You can quote me on that.
Yes, good. Let the hate flow through you.
That's definitely a good way to counter the TP that's going to come through on the side of Mallard. TP can go up as much as they want, but if you have a Bastion there to shred through it, that's definitely a solid counter.
Minty Hippos, they're really going for the unconventional this match with a really unconventional Bastion spot. Holding on right side of point as Klaus just finds Meebles, and Holy Jalapenos just gonna have to back off as they did not put the Symmetra Teleporter through main.
Yeah, and now both of them split here a little bit. Even though the Bastion's not too far forward, a lot of space here for their team to get some poke damage early on. Klaus on that high ground by himself, that's an interesting place for them. That could be something Jalapenos could take advantage of, but there's not too much support there for him.
And they're gonna be trying to find him out as they're gonna take the teleport to the high side, right where the Bastion is. Could this be the end? They do have the eye field, and they're just waiting their time.
I do like them trying to limit as much exposure to this Bastion as possible, and wow, Torbolli with the charge!
Oh, and the Immortality Field goes out just too late as the Mercy and the Bastion are taken down. High Noon by Klaus gets nada. And right now it's just an overload by Holy Jalapenos.
Great bubble there from Shimanzi, being able to let Torbolli charge in there and not get absolutely annihilated. They're going to have the Shatter up here early too. They're switching, they use the Coalescence, but I mean, with what about almost 4 minutes and 40 seconds, it's going to be 4 minutes and 37 seconds. That's enough time to go in, use a few ultimates, and be able to break this comp here. With the Sigma, Quick getting a lot of damage in there as Sigma, but not tons of other ultimates really going to be online for him early on.
Yeah, and that Bastion on the high ground really is going to provide the damage. That will negate that Symmetra teleport strat.
Yeah, great positioning there from the Bastion. They were expecting them to TP over there on the left side, and they were able to block it pretty quickly.
Ooh, and the Shatter's able to find room as both the Orisa and the McCree are taken down. But Symmetra on the side of Holy Jalapenos are down. They only need one tick to capitalize, but it seems this fight could be over as Tactimus is just gonna rain death from above. But Johnny Robot finds two. This fight isn't over yet. And there it is. The damage is gone. Needle finds Tactimus, but it seems to be over. It seems to be over.
Yeah, it seems to be over. It seems to be over. Shimanzi did get a lot of damage off there, but these respawns from Minty Hippos are already coming in. They get the Resurrect here off onto Quick early on as well. And a very good push there from Jalapenos, but an even better hold there from Minty Hippos.
We're actually gonna go off the Tactimus is gonna go off the Bastion onto the Pharah. Could work with this. Could work against the Sombra, possibly. The Sombra.
Yeah, maybe trying to give a little bit of poke onto Johnny Robot there as well. So definitely a pretty good pick for them. They seem to have some pretty good luck with that earlier. And yeah, picking off the Sombra early on. Great job by Tactimus.
Yeah. Right as that Sombra goes out and Biz, you are dead. Everybody convulsed on the Sombra. Great job by Minty Hippos.
We see Mallard on the side of Holy Jalapenos already responding and going over to the Widow now, just trying to contest this Pharah. And you've seen how much he's been able to do for his team already. Getting an opening pick here could be the whole point for him.
And Torb only gonna be doing that slam. He's gonna have grab comes out. Neebles does have the beat drop, but not before they're taken out. 3 down on the side of Minty Hippos. Tactimus, just an inkling of health left as he's trying to find one. He's the only one left. And there it is.
Great job there from Holy Jalapenos. Pulling out the Space Jam, one of my favorite ult combos out there, and cleaning up there on second point. They saved their ultimates. They used them properly. They did a great job there.
Just that hamster. That darned hamster. Seems to be the bane of Minty Hippo's existence right now.
Yeah, Torb only really showing us his skills here on Hammond. Doing just an amazing job on both of these first 2 maps on it so far.
And like, as that play of the game suggested, Symmetra's scary.
Oh yes.
It's terrifying. When she gets fully charged. And in the quote of one JoJo reference, you were already dead. Okay, whatever.
Oh.
I was told by an anime enthusiast, apparently, that's from Fist of the North Star. I don't know my anime references. I may have pissed all of Otaku off. I'm just gonna exit while I can.
People just at Light Rose in the chat, please, to tell them.
Yeah,
what's right.
don't at me. I'm sorry. Anyway, we are seeing the halftime come out. Is there anything really that can convince you still that Minty Hippos are going to take this?
I mean, as much as that time bank was really strong there for Holy Jalapenos, I think Minty Hippos did a really good job still showing off how strong they can be. I think Taftimus Asfara is fantastic, and he was doing a great job with it. Klaus also a very strong hit scan for them. This game doesn't seem to be as much double shield as we were maybe expecting on these first two maps. So having those strong hit scans could really be strong for them. Maybe sticking with like a McCree Reaper composition and really trying to punish the ball coming in so much, because it seems like Torb only is doing just such a strong job there, and really pushing Minty Hippos back. So maybe that could be a way for them to come back into this.
Well, we'll see you on the next half of our game, which is coming right up. We got a 10-minute break. Stay tuned. All right. So I was told to stall. So I was talking about Stall, the Minecraft disc. And that led me to talk about Tranquility's Minecraft server. You wanted it. Turns out it existed a long time ago. DM Booth for further details, as he so clearly mentioned.
The shameless plug.
Yeah. Anyway, now that devious creation. That took some big brain to come up with, by the way.
Yeah, that's whole halftime was spent just on that.
Oh yeah. We're talking about Hollywood. This is the map. This is the Minty Hippos comeback map.
I think it is. This is maybe one of their advantage can be here for them. Torb only been just dominant on that wrecking ball, and sometimes it's a little tough on a few of these points, especially third point if they can push that far. You end up seeing a lot of teams switching to Ryan Zarya, but second point, very deadly there. Possibilities for the Roadhog. Both teams been referring back to Doomfist, very strong on this point as well. We see a lot of dive heroes coming out. But it looks like we're going to see a bunker coming out on the side of Holy Jalapenos, running the Bastion and running the Junkrat, which is a very strong combo with this. You can combo the Orisa pull into a Junkrat trap very well. It's just a lot of burst damage if a team decides to dive it. Minty Hippos not with a dive comp at the moment, realistically. But maybe they'll end up switching over to this. A Sombra would be a pretty good pick against this team, but yeah, I like old-fashioned kind of bunker there we've seen a couple seasons ago.
Right now, it seems that Minty Hippos really don't have the comp to counter it right now, at least. They got the Widow, they got the Ryan, Zarya, and Bastion's just gonna melt her through that.
Yeah, gonna be tough for Klaus to get some sightlines here. Even though they're not running the double shield, D.Va still very strong about absorbing damage and just protecting your Bastion here.
We're seeing a Zen for the first time from Minty Hippos. Bubbles by Shroom both come out early as the Bastion just rains death from above, and Maxi is caught out by the D.Va missiles. Not what we thought.
Probably a good thing he went out that early. Probably should switch up to go now. Yeah, there it is. You're definitely gonna need a little bit of get around. Doesn't seem like many other switches are gonna come out early on for them though. Mallard getting up to 30% already for this. Klaus gonna try to find an angle when the shield breaks and maybe try to give him a little bit of space before they decide to push in. But coming up here on the left side of point, that's definitely the best attack route for them so far.
Taking that long angle, and Invictus knows you can use a Reinhardt to counter a Bastion comp, as that D.Va is immediately VMAXed. I'm sorry, by the way, I had to do it. And they're just gonna take the point but 3 coming out on the side of Holy Jalapenos. And there it is. It's over.
They were able to get at least a tick and a half out of that, which is good for them. But with that being said, the Bastion is way up now, having his ultimate, getting it close to the tire. Johnny Robot killing Klaus there right at the end of the fight, just staggering through. Klaus really not been able to do too much yet, only up to 50% on their ult. And Jalapenos looking really strong here. A couple ultimates coming online here for them. This definitely seems like Minty Hippos haven't adapted well enough to this Bastion competition yet.
They're still keeping the Widowmaker from Klaus, even though that Orisa shield is just constantly up.
Yeah, interesting choice.
And that Coalescence could be huge, but the tire could be even bigger as it takes out 2.
Throwing out both DPS ults, but just wiping through Minty Hippos there with only 2 minutes really left for them, but Max is able to take out Meebles at the end of the fight. Don't know if it's going to make too much difference. Should be able to get back before the respawns happen, but still, ultimates are going to be left here on the side of Holy Jalapenos. They're going to have the window here from the Baptiste that they can put right in front of their Bastion. That's basically like having a second ultimate Bastion. They have the Valkyrie, they're getting close to the Diva Palm to extend their stall out, and then Torb only will be getting close to a Supercharger after this as well. So they're looking very strong for a possible full hold here.
And while Maxi did have a good play taking out the Mercy, well, he stayed on point and died. That Mercy was able to get revived and get back faster. They're just gonna go on point, and Maxi is just gone. Disintegrated from existence. And the Shatter gonna find so many, but not gonna be able to capitalize on it. As Minty Hippos, everybody is so incredibly low. The could be big. Meteor Strike not gonna find anybody, and they're just struggling right now.
All the members of Holy Jalapenos getting so low, but Minty Hippos just weren't able to finish them off. And now, coming up on 5 ultimates, only not having Valkyrie for them. And they're gonna get their grab up on the side of Minty Hippos, but that's grab and sights isn't really going to be enough to beat through 5 ultimates there. It's only 30 seconds on the clock too. Too late for them to be switching really to anything else.
And especially that Widow. With that Orisa shield, you're essentially playing 5v6 right now. But is able to find something there as he takes out the tire from Johnny Robot. They're going in the back line as a good rotation from Mallard as he's able to find Show quick. Anymore from this devious robot. Just gonna pop that tackle.
Ooh, what a pull.
And
great ult there.
Desperation time right now. As Bomb trying to find something. Beth does find Dallas Shomer, and right now Minty Hippos just, I don't know what to say.
It just didn't seem like they adapted right to this comp. Full credit there, the Holy Jalapenos. Great job, just sticking to their guns. They did a couple of really great rotations. They switched their ults around very well. Minty Hippos just didn't look prepared to stop a Bastion composition.
And I know I've said this so much, but Klaus, come on, my guy, come on.
Yeah, something. Maybe the Widow just I don't think was the best pick there. What I would have liked to see is maybe a Sombra in that situation. That always can be very strong. There's some teams just go with a Sombra and a Genji, maybe for a Nano Blade to push through, because it is hard to just win off of one really good DPS ultimate when they have the Baptiste with the Immortality field. But they were able to get at least 50%, tick and a half there, so still possible for them to be able to full hold Jalapenos here. But from the way Jalapenos have been playing, it doesn't maybe look that great for Minty Hippos.
The W is still obtainable if you're Minty Hippos. That 50% could be your saving grace, depending if you go the Bastion strat and what Holy Jalapenos try to do. Seems though that they're not going to pull out the Bastion. They're going to pull out the Sigma Orisa. I think this is the first time we've actually seen it this match.
I think it is too. Yeah, going with a pretty meta composition here. A lot of the times you'll see maybe the Baptiste or a Lucio instead of the Ana, but can't put anything against Ana's Nano Boost there. Working very great with both Doomfist and with Reaper, just powering through both their ultimates there. So pretty good comp there, Minty Hippos. I do think they would. Not too much to deal with a Pharah here. The tanks can do a little bit of work, and having the Ana definitely does help, but a strong pharmacy from Jalapenos could be the difference maker.
They're going to come out with that Symmetra. That double shield Symmetra just destroys it completely. With that Baptiste Immortality field, it could be a choice between life and death.
Yeah, the Sombra is just going to be able to get crazy high charge and kind of using the TP to take to the high ground here. That's another very thing they can use that for. Minty Hippos don't have too much high ground.
They're just going to try to take on the Meebles in the back line is able to survive for now as Johnny Robot tries Dallas Shomer. That's a big source of heals gone. And you need something right now if you're Mini Hippos just to turn the tide. And with Mallow taking out Shroom and Klaus, it doesn't look like it's going to go this way. And with only the on point, this match is over. Well, this game is over. We still have one more. However, Holy Jalapenos do win the match. However, we still have one more to go.
Yeah, their DPS on Jalapenos just shining through there, doing an amazing job. Just taking out the whole side of Minty Hippos, just running straight into them.
And once again, we have a Mallard play of the game, just destroying with that double shield. Constantly up. It gives you ammunition, so you don't have to reload. It completely...
Oh.
Nerf! Nerf! Please! Something!
We beg.
I beg of you. Anyway, we're seeing that. Just Minty Hippos not able to do much as the first fight is... They're gone.
Yeah, that Minty Hippos just didn't seem like they were prepared there comp-wise. Jalapenos doing a great job. Just weren't ready for that Symmetra on defense there either. The Symmetra just ate straight through.
I think this is did we see? I wonder if we saw Torb only on the ball. It'd be interesting to see him going out on this last map.
Yeah, I don't think we saw it on that one, but I feel like we're owed to see it by some point now.
Yeah, give more hamster. Give more hamster.
And
Rialto.
our map 4 will be Rialto.
Yeah, that's a good ball map. Swing. Yeah. In Neanderthal terms, swing.
swing. That first point, a lot of boot potential there, which if our first map showed us anything, both these teams can do that.
I'd love to see it. If you get past the bridge, that's Death Bridge. But Minty Hippo's gonna try to at least get something. You're down 3-0, but you want to at least help your map differential here.
Yeah, both of these teams, I mean, even if not getting the win here on the side of Minty Hippos, both are still in not even just playoff contention, but first round bye playoff contention with how they're placed at the moment. So every map point is going to definitely matter.
Yes, we do still have plenty of games to go. Minty was obviously able to rebound from this.
Yeah, we can maybe see. I think Jalapeno is definitely still going to have an edge here with how well they've been doing with the Symmetra, and Widow always, of course, doing great for them. Neither necessarily strong on this point, but still, just Jalapenos have been so dominant with their DPS and their tank duo ships here that you kind of have to give them the edge on this map. But I think Hippos are going to have a strat plan. They're going to be ready for this.
But we're going to be trying to go on Rialto. I wonder if we'll see a Bastion again, because sometimes Bastions are run on this map, on the payload. We're just getting a little pausing sub stuff. Booth's pulling a light rose. It's okay. It's happened to me. We don't speak about the Undead Battery spare change game. It didn't happen, all right? But we're gonna possibly see the Sigma Rissa again. Well, Symmetra completely destroyed that. Mallard just held left click. Yeah, and the story goes on from there, obviously. But it'll be interesting to see what goes on the side of Minty Hippos from their defense and Holy Jalapenos from their offense.
Yeah. I'm just going to do a quick reset on the map here to make sure the teams are right on each side. But
right, we're going to slap the reset button.
Slap it hard. Everyone just blame me on that.
Yeah. Hashtag blame Booth. I mean,
that rhymes too.
We kind of blamed Booth for Abraham Lincoln's death, but
hey, I changed the name for everything for that.
Yeah.
But that rhymes too. That's gonna stick. Well, all right.
Fate is now sealed.
My fate has been sealed. So coming out here on Rialto now, double shield, of course, being so strong, especially on some of these payload maps. You got to maybe expect out of Jalapenos. They had some pretty good luck with it when they've ran it so far. They are going to start out on defense here. So again, defense really strong for that. Maybe we see some Widow, a lot of Widow opening up here. Maybe some Hanzo, some kind of damage. Ashe always doing pretty good as well. A lot of sight lines, pharmacies being strong.
The unconventional really hasn't worked for Minty Hippos, so it'd be interesting to see if they would kind of resort to regular meta.
And looks like we're gonna have a Bastion bunker coming out from Jalapenos again, which not necessarily. Minty Hippos didn't seem to do too well against that on their first attack there on Hollywood. So, hopefully they end up maybe trying something else here than running the Widow back into this again. We see Kloss on the Widow at the moment, but maybe switching over, going to a Sombra, maybe going to something a little bit brawlier to push into him.
If you learned anything from Hollywood, is that in a bunker comp, you do not run Widow. Almost any other hero would probably work better because of that shield designed for so much access.
Exactly. We do have double shield coming out both sides here. That's I think maybe the first time we've seen that. I think tonight.
It's interesting. It's a 5v6. It seems Taftimus has not chosen a hero, so that is happening currently. Yes.
Yeah, Jalapenos doing a good job here though so far, just keeping things cleaned up. Kloss still sticking on the Widow, not really being able to find too much yet. Maybe be able to try to contest this Ashe a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Looks like Taftimus.
There it is.
There. Okay.
Twas not a throw moment, but a network moment.
As they all seem to be, sadly.
Yes, sadly. A lot of network. It happens. This is as a casual Overwatch community, and sometimes we can't all have the best of networks.
You mean Cab isn't going to get us a LAN to play on yet?
Please. Trank Finals. LAN. Come on, Cav. I can't pay for it. I'm broke, but somebody can pay for it. We'll get sponsors. All right?
That's right. Everybody go out there, talk to your favorite CEOs. Do as best you can. Try to get us something here. Finals LAN, that's what we're asking for.
And I hate to say that Quick has informed that Taftimus is AFK, and we might come to a Quick kind of seems to be angry about it at the moment. So it's some kind of it's understandable when you're down 3-0. I obviously have gone through angry moments myself, but it seems that we're gonna have to end it here as it's only a 5v6, and we're sorry, everybody, and they're gonna take Minty Hippos are gonna take 4-0, and yes.
So make sure you guys stay in tuned. Monday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have our weekly podcast going over events here in the community. And then on Tuesday, we have our featured match in the Discord tier featuring Commit versus Renovado, which is going to be a very, very good game. That is also at 8:30 p.m. EST. Be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a fun match. I don't know if you guys have gone against either of those two teams yet, but very strong teams in the Discord tier.
We have gone against both.
We have not yet.
But that Commit still's got that undefeated record. Somebody's looking to take them down. Could it be Renovatio? We don't know. Tune in to find out Tuesday. We've also got our games Wednesday. Everybody's streaming them. I'm sure you'll find somebody that you love. And you've got me. You got twitch.tv/lightrose and my Twitter as well. That's cool. Booth, what about you?
Yeah, I got Twitch. I got Booth OW working on the stream setup right now. But yeah, that's just having fun with the stuff. Thank you guys for tuning in with everything. Sorry the match had to end this way, but make sure you guys are tuned in though for our games here early on. Also, make sure to be looking on our merch store here. Support your favorite teams here in the Overwatch Tranquility community. If I can recommend one, I would say Invictus jersey would be pretty great. They have a really strong off-tank player. that was snubbed, in my opinion, for one of the off-tank roles.
Okay,
So maybe be
Booth.
looking to get a jersey there to help support them a little bit. Our producers informed us there's a limited edition Zuby jersey as well. So make sure you guys are spending all your allowances to go up there and buy those. Support your favorite Sugar Rush tank as well with Light Rose.
Yes. All right. Well, that's gonna be it from us, Booth and Light Rose. This is a blast from our end, even though it didn't quite end how we wanted it to. But we will see you on the flip side, gamers.
Experience tranquility.